A lot of you have been asking me and Tom to show some of our cars, so I thought I would do just that. Right, let me...
Hold it up to the mic.
Hello?
Tom, can I borrow your car?
No. Actually, what for?
Content.
No.
Yeah, mate, people want to see our cars, like, I'll show them mine, I'll show them yours.
No, that sounds stupid. No.
What's that? No problem. Ah, thanks. Okay, love you, bye. Boop.
Did you just say boop?
That went well.
James, I don't think...
This is my 2016 5-litre V8 Mustang GT Fastback. You want some numbers? I'll give you some numbers. Its top speed is 155 miles an hour. Stock, it has 410 horsepower, and its 0 to 60 is 4.4 seconds. So I'll cut straight to it. One of the things I love the most about this car is the sound. It is absolutely biblical. And actually, one of the things I love to see the most is a tunnel, because when I do, my window's going to come down, and so is my foot. One of the things I like to do the most is to introduce my uncultured American friend to the quintessentially British countryside. Ah, the British countryside. So serene, so beautiful, so full of sheep, so f***ing boring. In the UK, the Mustang is in a class of its own. People say it's a sports car, but it's not a sports car. It weighs as much as my house. This is a muscle car. And it is literally the only muscle car you can get in the UK. And I know what you're gonna say, oh yeah, there's the Stingray, but they are specifically billing that as a sports car. And yes, I know that Ford are specifically billing this as a sports car too, but it's not, so they're wrong and stupid. Lots of people criticise this car, and honestly, it's usually people that have never driven one. They'll say, like, oh, it's great in straight lines, but it's crap in the corners. Well, they're wrong. It's not that great in a straight line either. Seriously, in track mode, when you put your foot all the way to the floor, it goes about as straight as a shopping trolley with a wobbly wheel. It's going pretty straight, actually. But just like a shopping trolley with a wobbly wheel, you do eventually get used to it. Sort of. Going round corners is actually fine as long as you're not a total idiot. And luckily for me, I'm only a partial idiot. I love Bentleys, I love Ferraris, I even love Porsches. And I know that every single one of those cars would technically get more looks than my Mustang. But I can guarantee not a single one of those cars would ever get more smiles. I'll get waves, I'll get thumbs up, people will stop me and talk to me about the car, which I actually don't like. Kids will ask me to rev it, which costs me about £8 each time. Mustang drivers will flash me and wave. Look, you just don't get that from an M4. Speaking of costs, I don't really think you can get a more fun car for the money. Look, you could probably get like a properly clapped R8. You could get a high mileage 997 911 first gen. You could get a V8 5-litre F-Type, pretty decent pre-facelift model. But I just don't think any of those cars would give you as much fun as this. Right, so the tax on this is £735 a year. Insurance is 900 quid a year, which is quite reasonable considering that I'm definitely going to crash it. And yeah, filling it up, it's only about 70 quid, which is, it's not that bad. I only have to do that once or twice a day. So that's one of my cars. But what about Tom? Well, let me tell you, Tom has got a Mustang too. And sometimes we go to Mustang events together because we're cool like that. But I don't actually like doing that. And this is why. In a vain attempt to make my Mustang feel a little bit more special, I have stuck some things to it. For example, the black badge at the front. On the bonnet, there is a real, genuine fake air intake. At the front, I have also encouraged the front license plate to fall off all by itself. Along the side, we have some classy stickers. Up here, I have badly wrapped the roof. Round the back, I have smoked the back lights and changed the deck lid and loads of other fun things. But no matter how much stuff I stick to my Mustang, it will never be as special as Tom's. This is Tom's 2021 Shelby GT500. And although Tom is very lame, this car is very, very unlame. I'm scared. Tom bought this car brand new and spec'd it out himself in America, and I know what you're all thinking. Does Tom actually know that I've got his car? Have you seen those back seats? This car has 760 horsepowers. Its top speed is 204 miles an hour, and its 0 to 60 is 3.4 seconds. That is a whole second faster than my Mustang. In car time, that's an eternity. So he went for the carbon fibre track pack, which costs more than my entire car, probably. Full carbon fibre wheels, carbon fibre wing, Recaro seats, and a hand-painted white stripe. Now, this is a $10,000 extra. It's a very special white stripe. You couldn't get the carbon track pack without it. Now, that wasn't a real rule, but if you wouldn't pay the money for the stripe, they would find someone that would. It has a 5.2 litre supercharged V8 with a cross-plane crank, whatever that is. It has a DCT gearbox. They didn't make manuals because they're Americans. And this stampeding beast is wearing Cup 2 tyres. So if you don't know what they are semi-slick tyres that basically only stick to the ground on a hot, dry day. So what, like 3 days a year in the UK. So essentially you've got like 99% chance of crashing this car. But not today. I've got a 100% chance of crashing it. Have you seen the weather? If you look over there at the back wheel, inside it's all dark. If you look over here at this front wheel, inside it's all light. That's because it is covered in heat reflective material because the brakes are so big. Do you know who designed that? Only bloody NASA. Driving this car is insane. I am not a good enough driver to go over 7 miles an hour in this. I'm constantly on edge. I'm full of anxiety. I'm on the verge of a panic attack. And I absolutely love it. Tom's car is very, very special. But because it's so special, he doesn't really drive it very often, whereas I drive mine all of the time. So if you think about it, in reality, which car is the better car? Well, it's Tom's, but which one would I rather own? Well, it's also Tom's. If you would like a chance to win the car, all cars you've seen in this video, well, you can't because we're not raffling them. However, if you go to carsino.uk, you will no doubt find a car or car adjacent prize that gets your motor running. So do that instead.